Welcome. It is time as we get back to Saturday Tell Dore. We have done quite the adventure, gone into the holding pens of the Traverse Junction, and after seeing what seems to be a central power area that drains energy from what they would say are lost and abandoned constructs in order to make the best use of them while waiting for their owners to reclaim them. Our heroes have rescued Luna, who was a construct made by Ira, a person who they had met battling in the fields outside of the city of Amman. It is here that it seemed that Ira had a bit too much of a troubled past. As an assassin they had met before, Juriel the Cadogeist came for him. Made relative quick work, cut out his heart, and left with it. And they found out exactly why they might be so deadly, able to rest their weary body in the walls themselves and strike out with impunity as they desired. They made use of the chaos and confusion to get their target and to leave. Of course, Luna was left behind. Taking Luna, taking the body, and trying to avoid the various constructs that were awakened by their mischief, they very bloodied, hurt, and bearing a heartless corpse and the head of a guard now teleport into the main area, utilizing the armor they took from the dead guard's body. And there, as you see yourself in this beautiful sapphire lobby, this is basically a 30-foot wide room. Guards at every way that you could possibly go, including out. You stand. You're safe-ish, as the armors of the guards whir with arcane energy, lightning pulsating through the armaments, some bearing large blades, they themselves glowing or vibrating. The woman you're talking to looks at all of you wide-eyed. What have you done?
Just so you know, the head is in a bag. It's in the bag that was on the corpse still.
Yep. Ira grabbed it and put it in the bag of holding, so.
Okay, so big holding on Ira's corpse. Perfect.
Yeah.
We just managed to escape with our lives.
There was something down there that attacked us. And it killed your man.
And one of ours.
They were clearly there to assassinate our people. I think your man was just collateral damage. Which begs the question, who dared to try to assassinate members of the council treasury?
Their kind of head begins to, you can tell their head's kind of spinning a little bit there. I don't, what, you were attacked?
Yes. almost the moment we got there. And when we turned back to our escort, he no longer, his head, it fell clean off. We brought it here because we thought you might recognize the wound.
You grabbed his head?
Of course. We all sort of panicked, and we were fighting for our lives. We
have
thought,
seen the ability to speak with dead, and we thought that perhaps you would have folks that might be able to speak with him to confirm that it wasn't us.
right. We're not telling you any lies here. We know about the penalty for that.
Gonna breathe deep a little bit. All right. I still. So you claim you were attacked. Okay. Very well. And Jeremy was killed in the ensuing beforehand?
It seemed like it happened right when everything went crazy. He was just standing there, and we didn't know. And we went up to him. His head, it came clean right off, as if whatever attacked him couldn't be seen.
So then something you did not see beheaded an official guard on the Traverse Junction. And you stole his armor.
Well, it was the only way out of that chamber. At least the only way that we could figure out.
Yeah. Is this the property you went and see? At this point, it's almost she didn't see it before she realizes she sees Zoe's body. Oh my. Okay. We need to take you to a holding room. I will contact the council, including the treasury, as well as the guard of Amman, and the authorities of the Traverse Junction, and the relevant superiors. They will need to talk to you there.
Charlotte looks to the others to make sure everybody's on board.
Would you mind helping me out of this armor first? It's really freaking heavy.
Should be able to do that in the holding room.
In the chaos, Jackson has been attempting to discreetly drop his rapier back into the bag of holding.
Give me a stealth check.
He's like hiding behind Mortis. Oh, that's a 23.
Okay. So 23. You push your. Sorry. You're able to quickly take your rapier and put it in without too much trouble.
Cool. And Harper has not reappeared since vanishing down there.
All right. So,
Of course, we're happy to comply. We do not have anything to hide, but you're telling the truth.
of
Right,
course,
dears?
What about my ears?
I said right, dears. Dears.
Oh,
You know how I like to call people dears?
yeah, right.
The rest can be kind of quiet sometimes.
Only when he's up to something suspicious.
yeah, she goes, then escort them. And please note that they are willingly going. The guards nod. Some come behind you, begin cleaning the blood a little bit. Samples.
Bringing this body with us.
Yeah, Luna has been over Ira this entire time, just silent. I think if anything, she's just been hearing white noise. Kind of just like holding on to him, not saying a word.
What is your name? She's looking at Luna.
Ira said it was always polite to give your name before asking others for theirs. Who are you?
My name is Charlotte. Some people call me Ribbons.
Charlotte.
I have a couple of titles.
She'll finally look at the rest of you. And the rest of you?
My name is Morris.
I'm Jackson.
Anna will approach and just gently touch her shoulder. I'm Eva Nora Knox, but so far this group has been calling me Nana Nora. Here.
She
Very
flinches.
tough day for you.
She flinches
I'm
as soon as
sorry?
you try to. Yeah, as soon as you try to touch her, she's just like,
Will quickly pull back. It's okay, dear.
And I'm Lithra. Would you like to forget?
Now,
she'll look.
not
she'll look.
forgetting is not always the best thing. Sometimes it's good to deal with what's going on.
She'll
It worked
stand
for
up.
me for a while.
She'll stand up and look at Ira. You were always such a fool, weren't you? And now you got yourself killed. Could you help me forget?
I can
Sometimes I'm wrong.
do that. Yes, I can at least have you forget that he's dead.
I want to think that he's still looking for me.
Okay. Is so like not to alarm the guards, but can Lithra sort of tell them what she's going to do and cast modify memory on Luna?
You're able to get to so that's an interesting one. I feel like the guards are gonna go, that's a horrible thing. We do not want you to do that.
Yeah, they're about to question us, Lithra.
They're about to do a
Oh.
criminal investigation. They're asking, can you purposely make the memory different?
Crap. I completely forgot. I was like, probably gonna get. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Let's take that back real quick. Maybe we can do it after. I don't know how long it's going to take, and I doubt it's going to be anytime soon, but from what I've read, it's only within a couple of minutes that works.
Okay. We'll try
Thank
later.
you. Thank you. She'll start picking up the things off of Ira's body. Actually, that probably... I'll probably wait off of that, because, yeah, they're probably gonna... Yeah. I'll hold off. Actually, that's it. That's all she does. She'll just talk to Lithrit, and that's it.
Okay. Anything else as you kind of are waiting here?
So do they lead us to down a hallway to like a
Sure. Yeah, so you go down the from here, they actually take you almost between two hallways as they wave, and a door opens out of what just seems to be the wall. There's actually a very narrow hallway that they push you down, stick a fire, and this opens up into a circular kind of landing hallway that has 4 doors. They grab one that it would be to the northeast, wave, the door opens, and you come into a fairly well-adorned room. There's pitchers of water, even what looks like a little jug, like a small barrel of what you assume to be ale, and some mugs. There's a little bit of food, like crackers, and some cheese and meats that are around. Some couches, a lot of tubs of water, along with plenty of towels and the like. Just things that you could actually be fairly comfortable relaxing here.
Nana?
Yes, Jackson.
How do you get blood out of a onesie?
Oftentimes hard scrubbing, but sometimes with magic.
Okay. I'll ask Lithra later if she can fix it. Unless you can fix it right now.
Would you like me to help you clean it? I could do that.
Yes, please.
Yeah, she'll cast Prestidigitation on the Wednesday.
Oh, that's so cool. Thanks. How long do you think they'll make us wait? Do you think they're listening to us right now?
Possibly. And that's a lot of people to gather, especially officials. It can take a while.
Oh, man.
But you never know. I'm apparently being wrong today.
Okay. I don't even care who's listening. All in favor of taking out the thing that attacked us just now.
Luna's hand shoots up.
I mean, if we're going to do it, we need a plan.
Yes, Mortis is right.
I'm all for trying to find a plan to do that. but without a plan, I think it's a death wish.
I want to take her out. We should come up with a plan.
Yeah. Okay, plan later.
Plan before taking out. Yes. But also probably should avoid pissing her off in the meantime.
We didn't even do anything to piss her off this time. She just came out of nowhere.
I was going to say, so whatever it is you all agreed to do for her, you should probably do.
Oh.
So she doesn't get pissed off at you and come for you.
Unless that's how we get her to show up into our trap.
Yes. We just have to build the trap first.
Yeah. We'll build a trap and not do the thing we said we do. And then when she shows up, she falls into the trap.
Or you do the thing that you agreed to do and you know where she'll be because you signed her up for it.
Well, the problem is that now my memory could be wrong, but all we agreed to do was sign her up to be in the competition. And she said that when we did that, her essence and her dagger would just appear. Not her, just her dagger and essence, and we could take that. She never actually said she would show up and fight in the thing. She just wanted to be signed up for it.
She did stipulate that that would have to work and she would be able to fight.
But I mean, yeah, she said you have to officially enter me into it, but she didn't say that she would show up and do it.
True.
I don't really have a way to argue with your logic, Jackson. Genius. I wasn't there, so I don't know.
So I was thinking, if we definitely wanted her to show up, then we don't do the thing. And then she gets mad and she comes for us. And then we trap her.
So were you all working with her then?
That's a strong word. Right?
Yeah.
Was
It
she
was-
gonna compensate you for whatever it was you were gonna do?
We were supposed to get a dagger and some of her essence. But not now. There's a thing we're supposed to do in the future on a very specific day. And we don't know why she showed up early. Well, I mean, we have a guess, because, well, look over at Ira, but we don't know why she did it. She mentioned something about did she mention something about a contract or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a contract or something to fulfill that we didn't know about.
But we didn't do anything wrong. We just wanted to live in peace. Why do they keep attacking? I don't know. I don't understand.
Yeah, that was the second time we saw something come and attack Ira.
It always happens. We find a place, we build a little bit of happiness, and then it gets taken away. And we have to move. What?
Jack, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Jackson's gonna kind of just look around the room, like pretending he can see if people are listening. He can't. And he's gonna say, and addressing Luna, Iris said that you were kidnapped. Is that right?
Yeah, we had stopped to rest, and I'm always on the lookout, but I don't know. I was mad at him because he got angry again and he stormed off, and I didn't sleep on the same. I wasn't there.
Do you happen to get a look at any of the people that kidnapped you?
No, all of a sudden there was this darkness that I couldn't see through, and next thing you know, I woke up here.
Yeah, you and me have the same problem. I can't see through darkness either, unless Mortis helps me.
You would think I can fight in the darkness. That's what I was built for, but I can't see in it.
I mean, technically I can fight in the darkness, just I can't not well.
What was Ira doing with you all anyways?
Searching for
looking?
you.
As Jackson said, this is the second time we've seen something come after him. The first time was on the day we met him. And we helped him defeat, or at least stave it off until, well, I guess till they reached out to the inevitable end.
Yeah.
Luna gets kind of up. I'm assuming she's kind of been next to Ira this entire time, and Luna gets up and kind of pats herself off from the dirt, and she does the best. She kind of, you see her breathe in and breathe out. Well, if Ira traveled with you all, then he considered you friends. You see, he was much of a loner before he made me, and he was kind of angry most of the time. I don't know if you've got to see him be a little angry. But anyways, my name is Luna Lux, and I would like to join you in killing whatever it was that did this to Ira. I don't have much of a purpose without him, to be honest, but I have one more, and then from there I'll decide what I have to do, or what I can do.
I'm okay with that if everyone else is.
I mean, of course, it was important that we got to you. We can't leave you on your own now.
Well, I'm not completely finished, as you can see. We have to go. Well, I don't know. You see, Ira wasn't the best at what he did, unfortunately. He was still training. His master, it's not even on this continent, unfortunately. So I don't even know how I would get there.
Are you missing something important?
Well, I don't know. He always said that I was not done. I don't know what that means. But I guess I'll never know now.
Do you know who his master is, or where they are exactly?
Yeah, it's Old Man Cliff. Oh, he owns a bit of a tinker shop. Sorry, I guess you'd have to be there. He's good with making things. He's a gnome.
Huh. And Where is he?
He. I always forget.
Maybe that's what he forgot to put in. Is your memories.
Oh, you know what? Things are a bit kind of. It was a city, and it was kind of like me. And she'll look at her metallic kind of body. It was kind of. Yeah. I know his name was Master Cliff, but I don't remember much else. I don't know. There's parts and pieces that I guess are kind of fuzzy. Cliff top. Cliff.
I'm sure we can figure it out.
Cliff Keep?
Keep. No. Something to do about tinkering. I know how to get there. I can see the path, but I need to sit down. She sits on the ground again.
I mean, I was going to throw out there, I used to tease my little brother that he was unfinished, and that's why he looked the way he did. But that was just to be mean. I don't think you look unfinished.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, aside from the metallic parts showing, but I mean, I guess that's not the worst thing in the world.
There's plenty of people out there that wish they had like cool metallic bits.
Huh. Really?
They're gonna look at you with envy.
What did you say?
The people that wish they had metallic bits, they'll look at you
No,
with
no,
envy.
no. You know envy?
No, I'm confused.
Never mind. Sorry. So people will look at me with envy, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I wish I also had metallic parts in my head.
Well, I think they can do that.
Yeah, but it's probably expensive.
Yeah, probably. We can just ask. Oh, yeah, that's right. We can't. I was gonna say we can ask Ira, but okay.
Jackson starts eating the crackers.
Luna looks down kind of quietly, takes Ira's hand, and just sits there.
All right. Anything else that people wanted the characters to be doing?
I'm doing my best to help Mortis out of his armor.
Yes.
Yeah, Mortis will definitely spend whatever time he can trying to unattune to this armor and reattune to more useful gear.
In that case, as you're trying to take your time here to get out of the armor, about an hour or so does go by. You're able to get a short rest if you'd like to. Let it work out. Then as you go forward. Soon there is a knock at the door. And you can there's no way for you to really open the door. There's like a brief knock, mostly announcing that someone is about to come in.
Just for the person who's about to enter, Jackson got bored a long time ago, and he's been just pacing. But because of his slippers, he's been on the walls and the ceiling. He might be like just upside down on the ceiling when they enter.
Amazing. So, come in. You do see a woman in a red and blue cape. It's attached by what appears to be the city seal of Taldori and Amman. Following her, you see a well uniformed in the colors of Whitestone. Would you do recognize Taldore markings on the uniform as well, but also very clearly a bit of the rifleman of Whitestone. And then from there, third person coming in, you see the long purple robe with a hand holding a tower on it that just notes someone of the League of Miracles. And they announce themselves. The woman who entered first. He says, all right, thank you for waiting. Just that you've been comfortable.
Well, mostly I spent the whole time trying to get out of that armor. That stuff is a pain.
All of the crackers are gone.
Can't believe you guys get in and out of that every day.
Well, provides protections. Yes, and as you've seen, a League of Miracle member has kind of like scaly skin, more scales than anything, as they go. Of course, that is the way we like to do things. It is unfortunately a must so that it can properly attune and work with the body. Plus differing key access codes, you understand.
And what are your names?
Of course. I am Captain Cassandra Vorn. As the other one says, you can I go by Captain JC. That's all you really need to know about me. As the one in the robes goes, of course I am Spellwright, for the purposes of this anyway, Spellwright Taldarius.
And what is it you have come here for?
Well, to question you, of course, to get your stories on what is happening.
Great. Then let's get started.
I know you are delaying, making things take longer. Like people want to do. It's annoying.
I have been sitting here an hour.
Sucking. I know, but since we came in, asking questions. So,
I haven't asked you.
Nah, if your friends ask, you ask. That's how it works. So.
As long as we're asking questions, did you bring more cookies?
Oh. Snaps their fingers and more cookies come up.
Yes.
And very much kind of puts her eyes around and begin a series of things. Now, you were fairly truthful there. Are you fairly truthful to most of their questions here?
I am.
Jackson is going to be truthful without trying to mention the name like Cato Geist or Neverland.
Okay.
With a slight amount of scorn toward the white, whatchamacallit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You said there was one from the something.
Oh, the League of Miracles.
The
No,
spell,
not
right?
that one.
No.
No.
The Whitestone?
Yeah,
Oh, the
Whitestone.
Whitestone Rifleman.
Okay. Thank you. Very good. Let's take on what happened. There you go. So Deus goes, so it seems that we now have an unclaimed construct that no longer has an owner. Looks to Luna. If what you're saying is true.
I do have an owner, but he's not here in Taldore.
Oh, good. What are their details? We can begin a reclamation procedure as we hold you back in the cell, and we can contact this individual.
Sorry, Matt. Who's saying that?
Tadarius.
Is that the page right?
Spell right, yes.
Spell right?
Why do you think I'm a construct?
What do you claim to be?
I never said I was. That's why I was confused as to why I was there.
All our papers here, so you identified as a construct. Outside, you were brought in, processed as a construct.
No, I was kidnapped. I was with my friend Ira, and looks down at Ira. We were outside, and there was darkness, and all of a sudden I woke up in that prison cell you have underneath.
Really good programming on this one.
I'm not a construct. Would a construct have flesh? Touch my face. I give you permission. Go ahead. And she'll stand up right in front of his face. Not menacingly, of course. Not.
Yeah. It kind of touches, but they're... So explain to me, because there's still metal underneath her, right?
No.
Okay. So you're changing things on the GM, which is...
No. Okay. Fine. Fair enough. Fair enough. No, that's fine. I didn't give you a backstory on Luna, which is... I did say that she was a full construct, and I'll keep that story. That's fine. Because changing at the last second would not... Or giving you that backstory at the last second would not be fair. So that's fine. Yeah, there is still metal underneath.
Okay. These houses like... So flesh construct, but metal. Very interesting.
Yeah, it was badly damaged, and a lot of it had to. Yeah, I was. We were on our way home, okay, and we had stopped to rest, and I don't know why I was taken. I was with, as you all call him, my owner, and I was taken. So I shouldn't even be here.
This does not match up with the official reports. JC goes, I understand, spell right? It's the Whitestone Rifleman, JC. Were all of you adventuring party?
Yes.
I am.
Yes. All right. This is what corresponds to what records we have on them. Spellwright, which, as you know, due to the adventuring agreements in the courts, because if she is property, she is now their property. Therefore, they have full rights to claim her. So this, whether she's individual or not, I don't believe you have a right to her. Kind of. After all they did, take the body. It seemed they were doing much to rescue. They put their lives in danger. See the spell right. Kind of the scales glow slightly in kind of anger. It's like, Very well, I understand. We, of course, abide by the law.
Captain, if I may,
Hmm.
if they make a mistake with her, you might want to check everyone else that's down there to make sure there aren't any other mistakes.
I'll order a review. I'll put in that, so that should suffice. Captain kind of sighs. Yes, Taldarius. Looks at you. They have, that's their jurisdiction. Sounds like they're looking to it. All right. So. You all went down. Esteemed colleague was beheaded. You were told to simply check and verify that you had one. This was the one you were looking for. Yet you broke into the cell, took them out, and what was the plan after that?
We don't make plans.
Well, yes, I think this is a gross misinterpretation of the actual events.
Okay, I have here that you were to confirm and then report back. Is this
Correct. That
Okay.
part's true.
So you went down and instead used stolen armor to break out this creature
Well,
instead.
that was after the guard was attacked.
Right?
We were looking for aid.
I have no issues with this. I see how you were trying to use it to get out. My question is, before you left, you opened a cell. You were not authorized to do so.
Yes. Okay, you're talking about Luna then.
Yes.
That's what I was talking about. So what I'm saying is we were hoping Luna would help. We were really at our wits' end at this point, and I don't know if you've examined Ira's body, but this thing reached into him and removed his heart. It cut off the guard's head clean. While we may be adventurers, that doesn't mean we have experience dealing with this particular type of entity. I mean, I'm a child, for crying out loud. I I was freaked out. Everyone was freaked out, and we yes, we weren't thinking straight, but who could be in a situation like that? We all thought we were going to die, so obviously we had to use what was available to get us out.
Just give me a persuasion check.
All right. Here we go. Okay, it's a 25.
Okay. Go. Thank you for clearing that up. So the claim here is Luna Lux is used as a weapon in order to provide for their safety. Stacio go and if according to the contract, yes, of course it would be theirs to use. Well, looks over to the spell, right? We can charge them still with illegal use of the armor, though I don't know how far to go. That's up to you. I would say as a favor to the Treasury Department, we can overlook this. Kind of, JC goes, we aren't in a position to accept favors for the Treasury Department. They're not represented. So please make your decision. Kind of winds go fine. Though we would like to know where they are staying. And
Your mom's house.
of course, in case we have further questions, where are you residing, please?
We're currently at the, and I mentioned the inn, but I don't remember it off the top of my head. I don't think I wrote it down.
The inn is like a non-League of Miracle zone, right?
Yeah.
I still remember correctly.
Well, not sorry, not. They just aren't affiliated.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like they can't go there. It's just they don't affiliate with the league. Go.
It's if you're being honest, if you honestly tell them the name, it's the old place.
Yeah, the old
Yeah,
place.
the old place. I almost said the Broken Earth Inn.
Say the old place. I go, And Todarius kind of raises an eyebrow. I see. Into. And she goes, you can do your investigations as you wish, but we will not be holding them here anymore, Todarius, for your questions. Of course. I don't mean to push it all. No, it is best if they register this Luna to make everything much easier for them in the future. Kind of roll their head. You can register if you like. It is not a requirement, but can help in the future if you need to reclaim property again.
And how do we go about registering?
Be taken care of at one of the front desks here, or any guard house, any of our establishments. Okay. All right. So, seems to be pretty good. You've got your property. Anything else that we can help you with?
Yeah, who do we file grievances with?
What grievance do you have?
I point at my dead friend Ira over there.
believe you
Ye-
said this was someone.
Yeah, you made us lock up our weapons, and I pointed the weapon on my back, which means we couldn't defend ourselves, which means we are under the protection of your man on your property.
Yes, and our men had paid the price indeed. Um, lives in danger, of course. Yes, you can. At the front desk, you may file a report if you so desire. This can be reviewed if it is determined we are at fault. Do you know the name of this attacker? All right, give me a deception, Jackson.
Yeah.
I think that I just go, I hope Jackson gets this.
17.
Okay. Kind of nod. By all means, you may file a report. Just be aware that it will be investigated. And if that's what you want, go ahead and file it.
And which body would be doing the investigation?
Oh, that would be us, as Todarius says.
Interesting.
That is in our compartment. And of course, if damages have been made and everything is straightforward after we thoroughly investigate everything, we can be sure to put what you need. And we'll see if there's any damage we find on the armor and that too, to make sure everything works out fine. They show their very sharp teeth and smile. As you can see, it's kind of clearly a dragonborn at this point.
You should floss more.
Well, are we done here?
Yes, you are free to go.
Great.
That's wonderful. Everything's end is inevitable.
And I just kind of say to them as we pass, "I'm sorry about your guard."
Luthor is trying to leave last and try to ask though there is something, if that's okay. She's going to. I heard you have training programs here, like around Taldore, for people with magical talents. Is that true? Do you have that in Iman?
So who are you asking again?
Taldare is the League of Miracle guy.
Oh yes, if someone is of good enough talent. Though I have to say the competition is pretty stiff nowadays. But should they prove to be considered a future prophet, there are league scholarships available.
Oh, that's great. Do you have like a location where you recruit people during Iman?
Oh yes, this can be done. And he starts to kind of take out a good piece of pre-put in parchment. That looks very well done. He goes, you can take them here in the Uridite quarter. They can be evaluated.
Oh, thanks. That's great. Thanks, Mr. Spellwright. I hope you write a lot of good spells.
Jackson comes back into the room and takes the remaining cookies and puts them in the pouch of his onesie and walks out.
Of course. And of any interest for those who are interested, this Tadarius is a tailed individual.
Oh.
That was perfect.
I would say Luna has picked up Ira's body and is kind of walking out with it.
Oh, of course. And with this, you're providing material to wrap the body. They offer to transport it anywhere you'd like. Not that you have to take up on it, but they also provide a wagon if you don't want it, if you'd rather transport it yourself. As well as several pieces of parchment. They stamp it, they put it on seals to be like, we're transporting a dead body. You know, certain things, especially to explain some of the injuries, basically stuff that you would need to not be just arrested.
Gotcha. I think you said you can transport the body, right?
Yes. Is there a location?
Yeah. Can you? Is everybody still here? Like, would everybody still kind of held back, or where are we at the moment?
We're in the process of leaving the room, so like people are sort of there. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Can you send this over? Can you send this over? Can you send the body to his master? He doesn't live in this continent, so I don't know if that's an issue. But
Do you have a location?
Hupperduke.
Hupperduke.
Yeah.
Currently, name? Do you have the name of this master?
Yeah. Clef Tinkerdup.
Left. Hupperduke. So Darius, can you handle this? Of course, we can move it through the regular channels.
Sometimes he's not there though, so you can also add Risa to the name.
Risa? Very good.
That's his daughter.
Absolutely. We can get this to Rex and Trim, and from there, of course, he was killed here. We will pay the fee to have it transported to Hupperduke and delivered there. After that, hopefully they will reclaim the body.
Thank you. She'll walk out with a bag of holding kind of around her. I would say in that time that we were resting, she would start to put all of Ira's stuff in that bag, basically, and what wasn't already there, because obviously we couldn't have weapons and whatnot. So
Tiberius has blue scales.
Back in like the lobby or wherever it is, Jackson would like to go up to that front desk real quick.
Certainly. Looks like everything's straightened out. Good.
The person from the League of Miracles said this is where I could file a grievance.
Yes, here's the grievance forms.
Yes, my grievance is that Spellwright Today's is an asshat, and I just wanted that in writing.
It left.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Did you want to sign that?
He knows.
Perfect.
I also want to kind of go up to that person for a different reason.
Sure.
Excuse me. I'm unfamiliar with the laws in this area, but I understand that apparently in the city, people prefer registration of constructs. Is that correct?
Oh, it's not a law. It is just there are laws that unattended or abandoned, really it's just abandoned constructs are open for reclamation by the League of Miracles on behalf of the Traversa Junction.
That's interesting wording. You said abandoned constructs. Is there such a thing as a breed construct?
A what?
A construct who has gained freedom according to their, for lack of a better word, watchers or owners or whatever.
Well, currently, constructs are not registered as living beings or
Yes.
sentient, so there is no freedom for them to gain. You can't free a pencil.
Right. But what if where would one go to prove the sentience of a creature?
If one wanted to try to make a change in the laws, you'd appear before the council, make your case. They would then take their time, deliberate, and vote, and hopefully change the policies.
And that's the Council of Taldore.
hmm which, of course, you work for.
True.
So that would be your better ends than anything else.
Okay. Okay, yeah, just curious. Thanks.
Of
I'm
course.
sorry about your friend.
Thank you. Your friend, she's not unique in the sense of occasionally we see beings like her, but very rare. Pixies are the only second one to come through.
Second one?
Yes. There's another that I believe was attempted to be picked up, but similar. Well, there were several corpses.
Let me guess. I've heard of constructs and done a lot of reading. Did this one's name start with an E?
I don't think we ever got their designation.
Oh.
They were approached and did not go willingly.
I don't know much about that one, but other than apparently a letter. But I guess I'll keep my eye open and wow. I guess sort of like trying to find a friendly vampire, huh? Odds. It's a joke.
Raise his eyebrow.
Anyway, I'll leave you to it.
We were told that we could register constructs here. Can we get the paperwork?
Of course. You fill it out in it's kind of description, a few marking type of things. Enough that hopefully they would, if it got picked up, they would be able to see that it is an okay one.
Should we go back to our, where were we going? I remember we were going somewhere else right after this.
I mean,
Oh, have we been to, did we go to Gilmore's or did we already set up a meeting?
we set up a meeting, but I don't think that was today.
Yeah. Okay.
Your meeting was set up for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so maybe we go back to our hotel.
Yeah, we can go back to the old place.
Absolutely. And you begin to leave the Traverse Junction, having secured Luna, lost Ira. And We'll do a group perception check.
Guidance.
$24.
26.
19.
18.
18.
15.
Okay. Then Jackson and Lithra. You, as walking through the streets, there's rats and various things. And you keep on seeing the same rat. Mixing with some other ones. And you begin to notice that they seem to be following and tailing you.
Lithra, do you see that?
That's strange.
Pretend like you don't notice.
Okay. Are we still in the section of the city where magic isn't like allowed openly?
Magic pretty much is allowed throughout the city. There wasn't necessarily an anti-magic area. It was weapons, particularly in the Eurydite Quarter.
Okay.
I mean, we don't know. Maybe it's a friendly rat that's delivering us a message, but has tiny legs that can't catch up.
It's also possible. Do you
Or
want to
it's
catch it?
I mean, so the last time we were being tailed by somebody, I turned around and tried to say hi, and they ran off, and we lost them forever.
Oh. Let's see. So we should wait till like we get to where we want to go.
Can you use magic to discreetly let everybody else know that we're being followed by a rat?
Well, let's see. Yeah, I can literal cast message to everybody so nobody else hears this. She'll warn everybody that a rat, like, is following us, and that's strange.
So everyone gets this message.
So is it a real rat or is it a disguised rat?
Well, we could try to talk to it.
Well, remember, I did that back in Craghammer, and the guy immediately vanished, and we never got to talk to him.
Oh. So we just keep leading it somewhere.
Yeah.
About how, what lead is it giving us? Like, how far away is this rat from us?
Well, it's even about 40 feet.
Okay.
What time of day is it? Or about around how? Yeah, what time of?
It's probably in the afternoon here.
We could try to incapacitate it.
You mean just knock it out?
Well, no, I could try to make it focus on me and mesmerize it for about a minute. And we could capture
Put
it.
it in a bag of holding.
Well, that might be a little extreme. I mean, unlike me, it might require breathing.
Does a bag of holding not have a little bit of oxygen in it?
It really doesn't.
Oh.
I could try. It's just an offer. Or we could try to lead it somewhere that we think we could surround it.
Yeah, let's lead it away from people in case things go bad. That's my idea anyway.
Are we trying to catch this rat?
Well, maybe if we lead it away to a more secluded area, and then we get the jump on it and surround it. Maybe we don't have to attack it. We can just cut off all its exits.
Yeah, I mean, it might be friendly.
Yeah. Maybe it's that's what I said to Lithra. Maybe it's a friendly druid rat or something.
Okay, so let's take a corner, try to hide, and then once it turns the corner following us, we can try to get the jump on it.
Yeah, after we've led it into the alleyways, maybe.
Right.
Or something.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, I think we're gonna veer off the main roadways and try to get away from crowds of people.
Okay.
And I guess first we're seeing if the rat follows us this direction.
Yeah, go, and you get deep into it. You can kind of going through some of these, like it's probably about a good 60-foot long one, and as you get there, you can just sort of see the rat turning the corner, still keeping around 40 feet away.
And is it possible to keep going the way we're going and break line of sight with the rat so that it has to catch up to us?
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna take like a sharp corner so that it has to, and then you want. So what do you want to try to do?
The idea is to take a side street that gets away from crowds, and then take another turn so that it has to follow us and take that turn, and then once we're secluded, then try and get the jump on it. That's
Okay. Once we're around that corner to hide and
yeah.
try to get the jump on it.
As we turn this corner, can I have my familiar fly off and come back around at the other side?
Yeah. So I'd say y'all can make a stealth check here.
$15.
19.
21.
7.
26.
Ooh.
23.
Okay. With that, then, you all set. Seems like you've done it. The familiar, you can send up. What's your familiar there, Nana?
Is it the Grek? It's the thing from let me just look it up really quick.
It was the Greep, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The little flying
Little
lizard
guy.
boy.
Okay. So,
They got 21 on its stealth.
okay. So you kind of move, and say you see just above you, about 10 feet up, you can see the rat climbing along the side of the building. And as it kind of looks and begins to look down at you all staring at it, it looks like it's about to jet away.
Can I have my familiar try to come in and grab it?
Sure, give me a athletic check. Familiar.
That's a natural 20 on the die.
Oh,
I guess his strength is -4, so his athletics would be -4.
Yep,
So 16.
16. Well, it's got a -4 to its strength, and it got a 19. So you grab it.
And have it come down to me.
I will go ahead and cast a speak to animals real quick, and whoever you are, we just want to talk.
Okay. Kind of it's kind of somewhat common, just sort of stares. It doesn't answer.
We know that you were following us. What's your name?
Doesn't answer.
He's not talking.
As this conversation's going on, can Lithar try to touch the rat and identify it?
Sure. There's not too much that it can do against that, so you should be able to identify this as a face spirit familiar.
Oh.
Oh. So somebody is controlling it, but I don't know who is.
So in common, I say, whoever you are, we just want to talk.
Well, an animal you talk in common, it just translates. So you were still saying everything in common. But you
Oh, I was?
Well, yeah, animal speech just allows you to be understood by the animals.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, you mean it's not squeaker, squeak, squeak?
I was
squeak.
hoping it was squeaking, but
You could have, I guess, but
Just kidding.
it's all good.
is there any way we can find out where this is coming from?
I don't know. Can you track? Well, first, did Lithra tell us what this was?
Yeah.
Can you use magic to track a familiar back to the person that made it?
I'm not sure that's how it works. I don't think I have a spell to do that.
Can the person who's controlling the familiar hear us?
If they're seeing through the familiar and hearing through it, maybe?
If I stare directly into the eyes of the rat, I'm trying to determine if we're being watched by its controller.
I mean, I think you look, and it looks like it stares at you too.
Darius, if that's you, you're an asshat.
Stare into the rat, and the rat stares back into you.
After a few moments of you just looking, talking with the rat, it vanishes.
Well, saw that coming.
You know, okay, to be fair, I don't know a lot about magic, but there's got to be like more inventive and powerful ways to find out where we're going than tracing us with a fey rat, right?
Yes, there are.
I mean, we told them where we were going.
Yes.
It shouldn't be hard for them to find us.
Which makes me think this isn't them.
But if it's not,
Unless they're trying to confirm that we're going where we said we were going.
yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, what kind of magic users are capable of having rat familiars?
wizards, warlocks, maybe
Witches.
sorcerers.
Witches. Can sorcerers do it?
Possibly. I think
Wait,
so.
can druids do it?
I think they usually turn to rats themselves.
Oh, okay. So not a friendly druid.
If this was somebody new and they just needed to follow us and they've seen us, would they now be able to scry on us?
I don't know how scrying works.
Yeah, but they don't even have to have seen us to scry on us, and yeah, I don't know what they want. Maybe they
So-
just want to hear what we're talking about behind their backs.
In some of the stories you children have told me, is you all used to travel with several fae. Is that not correct?
Yeah,
Yes, I
It
did.
is-
I'm one. I'm one.
Am I,
I learned that.
am I remembering you also said that at least one of them suspects that the League is doing something to the fae?
Yeah.
Do you? And it was a fae spirit familiar.
Yeah, that's what Lither said.
So you're saying that maybe these are good guys?
I mean,
Could be.
they didn't
mean-
attack us.
There. I don't think that we should settle on one idea specifically, but maybe be prepared for both situations.
But maybe now they know that. Well, if they're also not friends with the League, then maybe now they know we're not either, because I called Taldaris an asshat.
Wait, we're not friends with the League?
No.
When did
Not
that
yet.
happen?
I joined up with you all because you said you weren't friends with the League.
I
Oh.
was literally taken by the League,
That League.
used as a battery, so I'm not very fond of them.
Were you thinking of the League of Explorers?
I wasn't thinking of that League.
Which League were you thinking of?
The League of Rasgard?
No.
Den Asgard, get it right.
the Just Us League?
Oh.
Sorry, I had to.
All right, are you guys headed back to the inn then?
I
Yes.
think so.
All right, we'll take a break and come back to the inn. Alrighty. So you arrive back. Everything is about as you left it. Of course, you are a person short and a person extra at the same time. You come on in. At the end, what would you like to do?
Can we discuss what our next move is here?
Yep, sounds good to me.
We have our meeting tomorrow, but other than that, what, and obviously the boy.
Right. So, yeah, there's the Tabaxi kid that works with the council, and we now have treasury badges that can get us access. And we learned where the servant or the staff entrance is, so maybe we can use that to try and narrow down where to find the kid. And specifically, we have to convince the talisman that needs to be bathed or coated in their blood is on them, like they're wearing it. Okay, that makes that easier. So I guess there's asking them to do it, tricking them to do it, forcing them to do it, accidentally getting them to do it. Do you have a preference or a plan?
I mean, well, we're supposed to crush it, right? So,
Are we supposed to cover it in the kid's blood and then destroy it?
well, yeah, I think so. I mean, it's supposed to be a pink crystal,
Okay.
and apparently the only clue we have is that it's where the sun can hit, but the moon can see.
Wait, there was a riddle involved? I don't remember that.
Yeah. Upon him was the pink crystal where the sun can hit or the moon can see. So I guess something on the outside like a brooch or maybe a ring. So not something hidden.
Wait, was that like part of the specifics of what we have to do to the crystal? Like putting it in his blood, destroying the crystal? Did that also have to happen outside?
Oh, you know what? I didn't think of that, but that could be part of it. The first instruction we did get, though, was to find it and crush it, and that it must be drenched in his blood. But he didn't have to die.
Right.
When I heard that, I thought that was just a description that would help us identify him, but I could be wrong about that.
Okay.
It's been a while. And I still have this extra strength from them, and once we do this, I'm going to lose that.
Well, maybe you'll get something better once they're free.
Maybe.
I mean, then we'll be kind of like friends.
That's true. actually, and we do have a means of contacting them, even returning to them.
Okay. So that we need to do that, and we also there's the Catergeist.
Yeah.
Because I think we're all in favor of trying to figure out a way to get some payback for Ira. And so I think some of the options were because they wanted us to find an official way to get them entered into the contest, the day of challenging. And if we did that, then she said that we would get a dagger and her essence.
Why do we need her dagger?
Okay. So I think the dagger, that was something to do with Sayuri.
So do we need the dagger then?
I mean, I don't know if we need any of it. Because the dagger was something Sayuri needed, and the essence was something Gilmore needed. And I guess we can discuss it further with Gilmore on why Gilmore needed it, but I think all we were going to get was some gold for bringing him the essence.
It hardly seems worth it, but maybe there's more to the story.
Yeah, maybe. But I am now much more interested in finding a way to trap and almost and get the Catergeist as close to dead as we can, because apparently she can't actually die.
So that's another reason to talk to Gilmore, right? Because this could be a fool's errand.
Yeah.
I mean, we might want to kill this thing, but we might not be able to for a while.
I was also thinking, I have this dagger, and I bring out my Casme dagger, and I was like, this one sends fiends back to where they came from. And I gave Mortis a whole bunch of arrows that does that. So even if we can't kill the Catergeist, we can send her back to Hello. I don't know where she's from.
I was not sure she's a fiend.
Oh, is she not?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Something old.
Like a deity?
Created by.
Well, maybe we can get information from Gilmore when we talk to him.
We were told she was a servant of Loth,
Yeah.
so it's likely she's a celestial. No? A servant of a
Explains
god?
all the limbs.
I genuinely hate the gods.
Yeah. So we still have to decide
That's
what we're going to...
interesting.
What?
Why do you hate the gods?
Well, they keep sending after Ira and myself.
Oh, I suppose that's a good reason.
And by the way you guys were talking to those people, or I guess talking to yourselves, there was a contract to fulfill. Right?
Oh, from whoever was after Ira?
Right. So remember, I guess, I don't know if it was just when we were in that waiting area that someone had mentioned it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Luna doesn't know what's been happening, right? She woke up and...
Right.
Yeah.
No, that was... I just wanted to make sure we were talking about the same time, and that was actually in there. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry. No, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, the Cato guy said that she had a contract to kill Ira. I guess we just assumed that it was the same person that sent the crazy portal creature after him, that sent the Kato Geist after him.
And this may be a moot point, but who is it you're letting free?
Right?
Well, with this child in the stone and a deal that was made, clearly the deal is already made, and I'm assuming bad things happen if you don't fulfill it.
Oh, she was a really, really cool undead lady that we ran into. And her house was super cool too.
Yeah.
Why was she bound?
What was her name? I definitely remember her name. It was
Whisper Sister?
the Whispered Sister. That's right.
Oh, the whispered one.
Well, the Whispered
Wait.
one.
Whispered one is something entirely different.
Yeah.
Whispered one's bad, but I think the
Yeah.
Whisper Sister was quite nice.
Yeah.
Are we talking about the vampire?
No.
No?
Because we also met that follower of the whispered one.
Well, that was a vampire. But the Whispered one themselves is not a vampire, I don't think.
So was Vertra the vampire?
I'm gonna be honest, I do not remember their name.
The person you made the deal with was the Whispered Sister.
So
Does that
not
mean
Ver-
anything to me?
Give me a history check.
Sure.
Or the name Vestra.
$16.
Okay. No, you've not heard of that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They did that. Okay, so the Whispered Sister's the one who gave us the scroll, right?
Yeah, the
To
one who
teleport
also
back,
yeah.
yeah.
threatened your
Okay.
soul if you don't do the thing for her.
Yeah, I die if we don't do the thing for her. I remember that. But we can't contact her from outside.
Yeah. And her brother, who's a dick, bound her there.
Who's her brother?
The Whispered one.
Okay, so we didn't actually meet Vertra then. We just heard about Vertra.
I think they were a vampire, a follower of
Yes.
the Whispered One.
Yes.
Above
was-
Vertra.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. You heard of Vertra, you did not meet Vertra.
That's what I thought. Okay, I just got them mixed up for a second.
You children sure do get yourself mixed up in very interesting, very powerful things, don't you?
Not on
Yes.
purpose.
What is her purpose of what does she do when you have unbound her?
But
You know?
she's been down there for a long time. She probably has a lot of things to catch up on. I left her some reading material. But she probably has like 1,000 years of stuff to catch up on.
And she also did say that she would help with further assistance.
Assistance with what?
Well, to be honest, I was hoping at the time, I was hoping she could help me with some of my own issues, but I'm sure she's got a plethora of different styles of aid. I think she was the one who turned us on to that lead about there being a vampire in that area, but it was a little too dangerous for us to pursue.
And I mean, we went all the way down into her lair, right? Like she had us right where she wanted us. She could have just attacked us, but she didn't.
I see.
Instead, she bound Charlotte's soul to her.
Yeah, we're kind of bound now.
That was some super cool and powerful magic.
So
Someone had to do it.
again, it's a moot point because if not, something bad happens to Charlotte. But you are unleashing a power on the world that you do not know what its intentions are.
Yeah, but we're gonna be friends with it.
What about the rest of the world?
Well, I'm sure we can talk about it.
You know, did I ever tell you about the time I made friends with a crazy, 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 crazy powerful being who didn't like sunlight?
No.
It all worked out in the end,
Oh, that's nice.
but they did
How
try to
so?
kill us. Well, we just agreed.
Oh, it tried to
not-
kill you.
Yeah, well, it tried a couple of times actually, and it killed a lot of people. But in the end, we saw eye to eye and were able to make peace, and actually things worked out pretty well.
Oh, so it worked out well for you and your friends, but not
No.
millions of people.
Oh,
Thousands
no.
of people.
No, it worked out for everybody.
Did the people who were killed by it come back to life?
No,
Huh. I don't think it worked out for them.
well, no, obviously not them, but
Interesting. Maybe.
Nana, are we
that's
friends?
fine. Well, we are still friends. I am still interested in Charlotte being okay, but maybe before making agreements with powerful entities, let's try and learn more about them in the future.
oh yeah, I mean we totally wanted to kill that entity, but the problem was at the end, you know, they were going to kill us, and it was either we die or we make a deal, and you know, I guess we could have died and they would have done what they wanted to do anyway, but it just didn't seem like the best option. It's a long story and not a very happy one. My mother died, my uncle died, my sister almost died. But that was a long time ago.
As far as the Whispered Sister is concerned, I was thinking, well, if she's our friend and the League is our enemies, then the League is her enemy.
She really didn't seem to like the Whispered One either, and the League was sort of working with his followers a little bit, so
Yeah.
She might be the lesser of evils.
I mean,
See.
maybe she's not evil at all.
Maybe.
We didn't see her do anything evil.
I mean, she just want us to bathe a pink crystal in someone's
many-
blood. But
How many of the things that the League of Miracles have done have you witnessed?
We witnessed them capture Fae and pull out their souls to power these collars that imprisoned an entire group of Goliaths into working a mine. I'm not entirely sure what they were doing, but they
You
were all slaves.
Saw
and
them do
boys.
this?
not me. I don't know if I've actually seen them do a whole lot, but I have heard about all the things they've done. And
And
My point is, just because you don't see somebody do something evil does not mean that they're not evil.
true.
yeah, we have to base it
But
on their
again-
actions.
Again, it's a moot point because I don't want Charlotte to die.
Again,
and we don't make friends with people who are evil. Is that how it is?
I mean, I suppose I just assumed since you were against the League, you were against all evil, but that again is my fault. I made assumptions.
Do you consider yourself evil, Lithra?
I don't know. Like, there's always a possibility.
I guess now that I think about it, we're all evil if you look at it from a certain point of view.
yeah. Although, what I
Yeah.
think is that you're only evil if everyone else says you're evil.
Oh, so
Like-
as long as one person says that I'm not evil, I'm not evil.
Because you can be good to some people and evil to other people.
You're a genius, Jackson.
Thanks.
Oh, seeing this time that we're back at the inn, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll spend that time attuning to the Boots of Haste and their Ring of Spellstorm.
So anyway, so we'll talk to Gilmore about the Kadogeist, and we'll see if we can find the Tabaxi boy. Is there any other? Oh, there was finding the secret lair of the League of Miracles, who there was something about doors that lead to other planes of existences where we might find their base.
Are we working with Whitestone on this?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, as long as we have somebody that knows what we're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, we are now members of the Grey Hunt.
Secret members, we can't tell anyone.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. You all deputized and got your things with the treasure and with the Grey Hunt, and so you did report this to Lady Australia. Vexo.
I'd also like to check back in with Professor Mavundes, see if he's found anything about that box, but I think it'll be a few days before that information is available, so just something to put on the back burner.
And Lithra, you had mentioned wanting to take Seraphina for a walk.
Oh yeah, because I thought it would be good for her health if we go out and get some air and see some interesting things. Right?
I think so.
Good thinking.
Was Seraphina with us when we went to go rescue Luna?
Hopefully not.
Oh yeah.
Did she see her? Okay, I just
I think she,
thought of it.
yeah. You haven't talked to her about it, but and as such things, she was safe. But you know,
Oh.
Yeah, Lithra, maybe when you're on your walk, you can maybe like check in and see how she's doing after watching Ira's heart get cut out of his chest.
Oh, yeah, of course. That'd
Yeah,
be
good.
good.
so what would you like to do?
The just so I know, how long does it take to put on and take off the bindings on our weapons, specifically my sword?
Like probably about 10 minutes.
Now that we're out of the more guarded sections of the city, I'll spend the time to take it off.
Sure.
I would take a look around the inn, maybe on the outside, very briefly, just to see if there's any other interesting looking rats hanging about.
So you're kind of walking outside the inn and walking around?
Yeah, just to get like not far, just enough to just kind of take a look around, see if I spot anything that's over here, maybe spying on us.
Give me a perception check.
Uh, 23.
23. Hey. I would say walk around the outside of the inn looking. You only of note you see is there seems to be a crow up at the on top of a nearby building looking down at the door.
I just kind of salute to the crow. Like I know you're there, and then I'll go back inside. And I'll mention it to the others that I saw an interesting looking crow looking at the door, but I don't know if that's just my paranoia or if it's another fey creature.
All right, anything else?
Anna's gonna start working on knitting a lich onesie for Lithra, like she promised.
Those are like all starry eyed.
Nice.
When Nana starts working on that onesie, Jackson remembers he has pocket cookies and starts eating those. And he'll go to try and find Luna. If Luna is anywhere to be found.
I would assume that she took Ira's room and is just kind of sitting on the bed, just sitting there like a construct would.
Just knock on the door.
Come in.
And I'll close it. Come in and close the door. Hi. I just wanted to double check. I know everything is kind of crazy, which is pretty typical for our group. Just to warn you ahead of time, we find ourselves in crazy situations way more than a normal person. I mean, since I've met the menagerie, I wouldn't expect anyone to believe the things I told them I've seen since joining. But I wanted, because you would, do you want a cookie?
Yeah, actually, I'm starving.
Oh, you do eat. Awesome. Okay, great.
Well,
What?
I'm a construct. I forget sometimes. I actually don't need this here.
But do you want it?
Yeah, I'll keep it.
Okay.
Kind of just looks at it in her hand.
So you don't need to eat anything?
It's weird. It's like I have these flashbacks a bit of like being with people and eating. That's kind of weird, right?
I don't know. And Harper is going to appear in beside Jackson. It's like, I don't think you got to meet, but this is my sister, Harper.
Oh,
Hello, you are quite lovely.
thank you. Where did she come from?
Where did she come from? Where did she go? Nobody knows.
I mean, you just came in and okay.
I'm always here in one way or the other.
Oh, fair enough. That's
But where I
cool.
came from, the same place he did with our other useless brother.
Oh, you have a brother.
Yeah, I got it. I mean, okay, stereotypical family. Got a lot of brothers and sisters. All of them are younger. Us two were twins. We're the oldest. I've got. I mean, yeah, I have. Sorry, I ramble a lot. We've been adventuring for a while, and recently we found my brother Connor Anyway, all that was to say that what is or isn't strange is pretty relative, because, I mean, everyone in our group has something that's strange about them. So I think you fit right in.
I wanted to ask you, are you all good?
Are we all good?
Yeah, like, are you guys good people?
I
Or
like
I guess
to think so.
creatures.
I like to think that we try to do good, but I guess it depends on who you ask. But I think we try to help people when we can.
Okay. Well, that would explain why Ira was with you guys. You know, he always was angry, but deep down, he was a big teddy bear.
I only met the angry bear. I didn't get to meet the teddy bear.
That makes sense. He lost his cool quite a bit, and yeah. But if he was with you guys, and that says a lot about all of you, I just had to ask, I guess, for myself.
I'm really sorry you lost your friend. I know what that's like. It's just difficult.
It is. It's a weird sensation. I keep feeling like I have a pit or a hole in my stomach, but nothing is there. It's weird. Like, I don't feel things. Like, if you punched me right now, I wouldn't technically feel it.
Wait, you don't eat food and you can't feel pain?
I mean, I get damaged, but I don't feel it.
That's kind of cool. Also kind of dangerous for you. Right.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you know when you're too damaged?
It kind of was a bit of a problem. But can I let you in on a secret?
What's that?
Picture Ira always running after me, telling me to be careful. Worried his head off because he thought I was going to break myself.
Oh.
Is that funny?
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, you don't find it? Well, I guess it's kind of weird because you'd never met Ira the way I know Ira.
Yeah, I just envisioned like an angry Ira just like charging after you.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I guess we kind of have similar goals. I was just wondering if you wanted to kind of join our group.
Are we going to kill that thing that hurt Ira, that killed Ira?
Okay, full transparency, that thing is named the Inevitable End, and it from everything that I've learned about it, it can't actually die. So you maybe should manage expectations about killing it. Unless we can find information from Gilmore tomorrow. But I wanted you to know up front that that's, I mean, because and I think Harper even more than me, like, I feel like a failure. Like, I didn't know Ira that long, but I still thought of him as a friend, and it just makes my blood boil that I couldn't do anything to help. And so, even if there's no chance of actually killing the Kato Geist, I still would really like to find out if the legends are true. If you,
Okay.
or at least like chop off a head and put it in a separate box so that her eternity of life is miserable.
That now you sound like Ira.
I guess I traveled with him just long enough.
She'll stand up and hold her hand out. I think I will join you.
I try to punch her in the face.
Oh no. Is there any okay. Are there enough shadows to do a shadow step?
If he's
Would
sitting, he basically gets to do. He does an attack roll. We gotta see how it goes.
Okay.
But I'm gonna strike.
Okay.
That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And I'm trying to pull the punch. I'm not trying to do too much damage or any damage if possible. And it's just a quick surprise. It's like, now you're in the menagerie.
Like right as soon as you punched me, her hand kind of opens up and you see the barrel of a shotgun come out and pointed right at you.
What is that? You have a gun?
Well,
Where did you get a gun? I've wanted one of those forever.
What do you mean? That can you not make? Oh, yeah. Well,
I just have regular stupid hands. You have a gun hand.
And it kind of closes back up. Why'd you punch me?
Oh. I guess I probably should have explained that. I'm really bad at inducting people into the menagerie. But everybody that enters in the menagerie gets punched in the face. I didn't make the rules. But now you're one of us, because all of us have been punched in the face.
Okay. It's a weird tradition.
Also, we need someone to give you a ribbon. That's also a tradition. I don't know. I don't know where they came from.
I took this one from Ira.
Oh.
Do I need one of my own?
If you want one, I think you could get one. I think Mordis might have a ribbon if you want one. You can put it in your hair or on your wrist or somewhere that won't get tangled up in your gears.
Actually, that sounds like a good idea. And she ties it to the back. She ties her hair with it. There you go. That should be fine.
Looks good.
Okay.
Welcome to the menagerie, Luna.
Thank you, Jackson.
I'm gonna go find food now. Here's another cookie.
Thank you. I can't eat these because it's gonna get all. Thank you. Puts it in her bag, just in her pocket.
And Jackson goes off to find food.
All right. Anything else today?
Charlotte, do you want to go talk to Serafina with me and like make sure she's okay, and maybe we can go on a stroll?
Well, that sounds wonderful. I hope she's not still afraid of me.
Oh, that's
I'm sure.
Yeah.
She said that. Well, I guess we'll find out. And if she is, I can go. But I do want to talk to her. Yeah.
okay. You're great at talking, so you should. Yeah. guess we try to find Servina wherever she is.
Mm-hmm. She's in the main rooms, and you can see her. You see that she has put a tub into her section of the room, and currently is completely underwater, laying at the bottom of it.
Tentacles are everywhere.
walk over to that tub and just like kneel down beside it, and just gonna tap the water, I guess.
The water. Her eyes are closed, and they just open up really quickly and look up. And she smiles really brightly, and her body rises perfectly horizontal from the bottom to the top, up above the water, then sits on top of it, and then she sits cross-legged on the surface of the water. Hey!
Hi, Serafina.
How you doing, Charlotte, Lithra? Glad you all had your talk. After that I figured you had a lot to talk about, so I just was, figuring stuff out, having fun.
Yeah. How are you doing with you saw a lot today, and we wanted to check in on you.
Oh. Yeah, that was rough. Yeah, it was really scary. And I just... It's kind of what made me go in the water. I was trying to understand everything I can do, see if I could be in help if anything kind of strange happens around near me again.
Can you breathe underwater now?
Oh, yeah.
But is it peaceful down there?
Oh. Yeah, it's like everything's cut off. You're just by yourself for a little bit. And you get to just really think. And then there's the whispers. There's a lot of whispers.
In the tub?
Mm-hmm.
Look at Lithra.
What are they talking about, the whispers?
The whispers? I mean... Please, I am lost and alone in the dark.
Ah,
Then sometimes it goes, are you really here?
Wait, are you saying something's reaching out to you?
I'm saying it's what the water says. What's what I hear when I'm in the water?
Do you answer them?
No. I just listen.
are you bothered by them at all?
I mean, guess I'm more just curious, like what they want, but I mean, I know that a lot was done to protect me from voices, so I have a thing about answering them. I figure it's kind of like it's best not to answer ones that just sort of reach out. So, I mean, it's kind of creepy.
Maybe as you learn more about your powers, you'll understand more about the voice as well, and maybe if you want it to go away, will eventually.
When I was reaching out, I feel like it's dying, though.
Die.
Mm,
Do you want to help it?
I don't know.
I mean, powers. I mean, I totally relate to that because, I mean, I'm still pretty limited as a vampire. I'm not like a full vampire, and trying to find those powers and learn about them and embrace them and figure out how they work. It can be a really exciting time.
Yeah. Just hard when we were walking the other day. It was like I got a big whiff of salt water from the ocean. And I don't know. It kind of scared me.
Have you ever been in the ocean, Serafina?
That's a odd question.
Is it?
Yeah, I guess so when I was a child. But also in my dreams.
Oh,
In my dreams, this thing with so many eyes on its long body held me there and spoke to me. That was a while ago.
when you picture this entity that reaches out to you and needs help, do you feel their intention?
Well, they haven't been able to talk to me in a long time, but then they just wanted me to something to do with my dad. That was before, well, not everyone's here, but the group before you both arrived, they fought and kicked and made my dreams safe. But as far as it mostly just wanted to be free, I think. But it wasn't nice. I could tell that difference.
Lithra, did you go through a similar thing with your powers?
No, but whispers spoke to me. When I was younger, he wanted things from me, and that wasn't a nice feeling. It was like I was being controlled a little bit. But my powers, our powers are different, I feel like. They have different sources. And I can't say for certain what these whispers want from you, Zerfina.
But I think what Lithra said is incredibly smart, because when I think back on it, I've met a lot of vampires, and I've learned that most vampires aren't like me. Most vampires are, well, they give in to their primal urges and they embrace things. And one time, one of them tricked me into signing a slave contract.
Oh.
But
I'm sorry, Charlotte.
well, I say all that because the three of us anyway, we all have different powers and different sources, but we're all individuals. We're capable of making our own way. And personally, I would love to see and meet other vampires like me. I feel like if I exist, then there must be more like me. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm realizing maybe I'm looking for the wrong thing. I mean, Serafina, you're not a vampire, but you're going through certain powerful, magical transformations. And to me, that kind of bonds all of us in a certain way.
Huh.
But what I'm saying is you don't have to hide any of these things if you ever want to talk about them, because I'm sure Lithra feels the same way, but I'll never judge you for, whatever you feel like you have to do. with your decisions and your making your way through all of this.
I know. I mean, I guess that's why I wanted to room with Lithra, because I know I could kind of be myself. I didn't think I could just like spend a bunch of hours in the tub with everyone else. They like get a little more freaked out.
Yeah, not everybody gets like not needing to breathe is a good thing. I feel like it's a good thing, but
Why breathe?
oh yeah, you breathe underwater. That's
Right,
really
yeah.
cool. Yeah, I do hope you will come to enjoy your arcane powers one day. I mean, don't shun it because of its source or what you believe its source is. Knowledge is knowledge, and there's no shame in acquiring it in whatever way you can. At least that's what I believe. So, on that note, you remember talking to us about wanting training, right? So I asked this guy, and he said, the League does have outposts in the city where they do testings on people with magical talents.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, as long as they could help me, I guess.
Alright, next time we have a chance, I guess if you want to, we could disguise ourselves and go over there and get a little testing done. Maybe.
Oh, that's right, so they don't know it's really me. Then I can see if they're good, right?
Yeah, so maybe if they weren't nice people, then we can just, run away and they won't be able to find us.
That makes sense. I am worried, though. I mean, I saw a lot of people doing a lot of magic, and like outside of here, it felt like it was really rare, and like it's just one of many. But I mean, that could be good too. But what if I'm not good enough?
You have to believe that you are, Serafina. You're really talented. And I can almost see the weave within you developing. You have to believe in yourself.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Believe in myself. Okay. And yeah, gives you a hug. Anything else?
Not me. No.
Alrighty. So is the idea just to take the night, or?
Yeah, I think at least that's what Jackson's thinking is to spend the night, kind of gather and rest and be on the lookout for any other strange creatures or animals or spies.
Okay.
I do tell Jackson about that crow.
Wait, can wizard or warlock or sorcerer or witch familiars be any creature?
I'm none of those things, Jackson. I don't know.
Look at Lithra.
I guess birds are one of the choices.
Wait, can you make a list of things to look out for, or is it going to be too long?
Looking at Nana, because I know Nana has a better understanding of familiars.
Suppose if anybody's skilled enough, they can really make any animal a familiar.
What, any? Oh, man. So, like, if there's like a spider under your bed or in a corner, that could be a familiar and we wouldn't even know?
Yes.
Dang it.
But I found that normal animals usually have very little interest in what we're doing unless it threatens them, or in some way, they could like steal your cookie. I mean, otherwise they shouldn't be too interested in what people are doing.
Does anyone have poison on them?
Poison?
Yeah.
Why do you want poison?
Because if I take one of my cookies and I poison it and I leave it out for them, then at some point during their stakeout, they're going to get hungry and they're going to eat it and poison themselves.
Or somebody can come over, see a cookie, and eat it. Not that. I
Well,
might
no, leave
feel
it like under the bed, like where you wouldn't normally check.
Jackson, do you have any of those cookies left?
He like brings out some cookie crumbles. Oh, damn it.
Can
I
I
think
take this?
Okay.
I'm gonna try to cast Identify on this.
on the cookie crumbles that I took from.
I'm suddenly really worried.
on the lead cookie.
Yes,
I've
the fact
eaten
that
so
they-
many of those.
Well, considering the source.
Make 20 Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. So I cast Identify just to see what happens.
Nice. So on the cookies?
Yes.
Oh, that he took from the thing, right?
Right.
Yeah, they're mundane cookies.
Okay. Okay.
Doesn't mean they're not poison, but they're not magical.
Oh, that's true, but at least they're not magical. Okay. Yeah, just checking.
Okay. Well, I'm out of cookies, so I guess I can't poison them and leave them out as bait. All right.
What if it's just a regular crow, Jackson? I mean, I wouldn't want to go around just poisoning animals.
Yeah, that's probably not good. Wait, if you have detect magic, can you see if it's a familiar? Like, does it give off like a familiar aura?
It'll probably radiate something. Let's put up. Is the crow still around, or is it like gone?
Is it so? Did we do the long rest yet or not? I'm just
Not yet, I don't
yet.
think.
okay. Wasn't sure what we're doing. Yeah, it's still there.
If it's within 60 feet, I'll try a Define Sense to see if it's undead, celestial, or fiend.
Dead celestial fiend. It is none of those.
Fair enough.
The throw put up.
Am I
detect magic.
misremembering? But wasn't the crow there when we got here? And like the guy looked up at the crow. Or am I misremembering that?
I don't think
Maybe
so.
I made it up in my head. Okay.
It's probably fine. All right. We're going to go to bed. Should we set watches?
Yes.
Okay. I'll take first watch.
I'll join you, Jackson.
And I kind of excitedly go over to Luna. Is your gun supposed to be a secret?
I tend to spring it on the bad guys, so I
Okay.
mean, if you want to tell our friends, that's fine.
She has a gun.
What? Everybody get down.
It's so cool.
Yeah, Luna will put her hand out, and then you see her palm split open, and the two barrels just kind of come out.
Right. Oh
That's
man,
very
that's
cool.
so
Yeah, but it's not a toy, so gotta use it when I need it.
I mean, not with that attitude. Okay, first watch. Here we go.
All right. All right, so you're doing the first watch. Go. I mean, you're in an in room, so it's fine. You do the watches essentially, unless you want to do some talking. There's not going to be anything particularly crazy tonight.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. In In that case, Luna, please roll me a d20 and a d100, please.
Oh, that's fun. Oh boy, this is not when I want to get a natural 20. That's fun. All right, and then the 100 is a 23.
Okay. So 123. And what did you get with the d20?
Not 20.
Okay. Perfect. You wake up and it's like your memory of everything that you've ever been through is increased. Remember conversations and skills. Anything you think to do, it's as if you start pulling up information on it instantly. The best way to move, the best way to get up, the best way to fix breakfast or serve breakfast that puts people at ease, the way to talk and keep light conversation. Right now, for today, you have proficiency in all skills.
Whoa. These are the loot you find. This is the loot you find before a boss battle. You know what I mean? The green herbs and whatnot.
Luna still draws people with 6 fingers, though.
Yep. Oh, that's funny. Okay.
All right, but other than that, the day is yours. What would you like to do?
I guess we have a meeting with Gilmore, right? Today?
Do we have to wear fancy clothes to this, or?
Oh,
Where are we?
I mean, if we want to, but Gilmore's is in the regular section of the city. We don't have to have fancy clothes to get there.
I will put on my armor.
And I'll put on my onesie.
All right. Very cool.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah.
Nana's going to draw 2 cards from the deck of Wonder.
Ooh.
Nice. All right. You have the cards there that you're drawing? Or I'm not sure you're doing. Okay.
So I thought there was a chart. I rolled the 4.
Yeah, there is. Let me pull
Okay.
up here.
Yeah.
Um.
Because I packed up the cards when we went to Gen Con, and then I haven't unpacked them.
Perfect. All right, let's do it this way then. All right. You pull out Dawn. For the next 8 hours, you can add your proficiency bonus to your initiative rolls. Feel nice and ready to go. You said you did 2 cards?
Yep. I sure hope one isn't bad in this situation.
So you got 1.
I rolled a 1.
All right. So within 8 hours, you can cast Augury as an action.
Cool.
Oh, and Nana, we're going to Gilmore's Glorious Goods. Have you ever been there before?
Yes. You know, the last time we were there, we did not ask to see if we could get your onesie enchanted.
That's right. That's such a good idea. Okay. I'll make sure to remember this
Well, it was
time.
your idea.
That's why it was a good one.
Yes.
Okay. I'm ready. Thanks for reminding me, Nina.
You're welcome.
All right, so you.
And,
oh,
Sorry, Matt. And since I faded back into existence as if I was there the whole time, can I do the D100 roll for the bag?
Yeah. If you get one.
oh, that one. Yeah. Perfect.
41.
41. It's like DM's way to take all your guys' money. Give them.
It's so effective.
It's super effective.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
All right, let me get over here. Get back to my chart.
And the bags were
Jackson.
500 gold, right?
Yes.
For the bag of holding? Okay, I removed 500 for that.
Jackson does seem like the type to get confused and hurt himself.
Didn't we end up buying an extra one?
Well, we didn't buy an extra one, but an extra one came in the goodie bag we got inside the...
Well, that's right.
All right. So, wrought iron key with the head worked into the shape of a question mark drops out of the bag.
Nice.
You got a mystery key. That's so cool.
That is mystery key is in D&D Beyond. There's a 5% chance of unlocking a lock.
Gotta try it on everything.
Once it unlocks,
Yeah.
the key disappears.
Oh, man.
Save that for an important block.
Yeah, like go. All right. In that case, you are able to make your way back to Gilmore's. And so this was to meet with Gilmore?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So you're led back to his office where he is sitting there working on a few things, recognizes some of you, and just kind of looks up. Oh, excellent. Good to see you once more. How can I help?
Where to start? Okay. Do you remember when we were gonna go? You sent us to get the essence of the inevitable end.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we met her, and instead of getting her essence, we maybe made a small deal with her.
Oh, All right.
She seemed, because she said, I'll just give you my essence if you officially enter me into the Day of Challenging contest.
Okay.
And that's all she wanted, is to just be officially made a contestant. And then we would get her essence. And so then yesterday we were at the Traverse Junction, and she showed up on a different contract and killed one of our friends.
I'm so sorry.
And so we are kind of weighing our options on how to put an end to the inevitable end.
All right. He kind of snaps, and some shot glasses appear, and he puts some whiskey in each one. Sorry for your loss. Takes one.
I take one.
Well, part of the reason I wanted her essence was to continue my research on her, to kind of try to solve these very issues. Without that, what I do know is she was recently imprisoned.
Oh,
It's only the last few years she's been free. I mean, she is called the inevitable end, more certain than death. The way the legend goes is that the Calamities and armies from around Exandria joined together and faced her at once to separate her into disparate parts. Then from there, every army that participated took a piece. And only recently have those pieces been put back together. And she lives once more. Exactly what the armies did, how they did it, what strategies they use has been lost.
did you know that she can move through walls?
Yes.
Okay.
She's incredibly quick. And
Can she teleport?
I haven't gotten that particularly. I do know once an army, at least an army, but a few people were able to give her enough trouble. But when they felt like they were going to do the killing blow, she vanished. Only to come back roughly a week later and murder them all in their sleep.
Oh. So they were about to kill her and she vanished. Because we were thinking if she can't actually be killed, maybe we could trap her again like she was.
I can tell she doesn't go unconscious.
Sorry, say that again. What?
She doesn't go unconscious.
Oh, but she can be chopped up into pieces.
Somehow. How one does that, I don't know. The legend is that the reason she cannot die is between Loth and the Lords of Hell. A contract was made so that she might never meet death. There's various provisions in there, as my understanding, that several things happen to her instead of meeting death that make it likely she will do her piece as this assassin that they created. Again, I was asking for her essence so I could actually examine and understand what she's made of to answer the very question you're asking me.
Huh. And I'll look over at Charlotte. Hey Charlotte.
Hmm?
You can send messages, like long distance messages, right?
I think so.
Do you think you could send a message to the Raven Queen?
I
'Cause
don't know
it'd
if
be-
I've met the Raven Queen.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think Charlotte has.
Ah, man.
But maybe, I mean, if they're the deity who chose me, then I bet I could pray on it. But I don't know which deity chose me.
I was just thinking, if we could get a message to the Raven Queen, I mean, someone who's been avoiding death, the Raven Queen might be super interested in helping us solve that.
That's true. And maybe whatever deity chose me might know who they are. And they could talk at, wherever deities talk.
Yeah.
But I do have a question for Gilmore regarding this, because if something like this unending death, if it were to appear at a function to fight, why would it do that exactly?
That I don't know.
But it's probably bad, right?
I imagine, yes. I mean, I don't know why they would want to compete. I don't know why that would be registered, but I can see why they would want you to do that. They might. There's several things around the city that could alert. It's probably likely run by the clerics, the priests. They would recognize a being such as her and try not to have her compete. Her being officially entered.
And if we didn't enter her, it might be an interesting way to draw her out.
You can definitely draw her out, but again, she doesn't come at people in a straight way. She gets a mark and she waits and waits. I mean, imagine something that can just forever follow you. You can never see her because she just waits in the wall or the ground beneath your feet until you are weak enough for her to kill easily.
And Mr. Gilmore, do you know anything about Fey familiars?
Sir!
Is there any way to learn where a Fey familiar came from?
Whew. Kind of sits back. I never thought of it much. It would be difficult. You'd have to capture it while... Oh. You'd have to capture it in a way that would disable both teleportation and planar travel.
Hmm.
And keep it in that area, and only then could you begin to even perform rituals to find out. Otherwise, it could simply be popped into another realm or summoned.
I see. So if we could create such a magical box or thing that kept it from doing that, then we could hold it there.
Yeah, if you could get it in there.
And after we held it, would we be able to learn its home or where it came from?
Given time. The box itself would have to be one where one could put magic into it and without releasing it. It would be quite the challenge. A room probably would be more effective.
Yeah. And my only other question, Mr. Gilmore, other people have questions, but I did have one more, and that one was more on a personal matter. I kind of look around, like how busy is the store?
Well, you're in the office now. I mean, you'd have to like peek back out, but
Oh, okay.
when you came in, it wasn't super busy. Yeah, you're like back in an office away from the main deals. There's like magic you kind of get, like you figure there's magical barriers that have been put up to make this
Okay.
private.
Mr. Gilmore, if there was say a vampire or an undead type vampire, and they were not evil, would there be magic that you're aware of that could, like a magical device or something that could keep them from harming people by feeding?
Yes, it's I'm not entirely aware. But I'll say this. Undead in any of its forms is a curse. That's all it is. The importance of that is the type of curse that it is will change and morph based on how one deals with it. The more one would try to circumvent its will, the more it will simply choose another path, like a river flowing.
Oh,
So, what you say probably seems possible. I could, I would be so wary, because it would allow such a creature to hide in plain sight.
I see. Yeah.
But
Okay.
and then, in addition, it would make the curse more horrid. What would it do then? Instead of exhausting or hurting the people, would it hurt the creature? Would it bring about some other horrible thing? Like I said, that negative energy, that what is written on that being, that this make them miserable, we'll have to find another way.
Yeah.
Such
Okay.
curses are plainly seen by those who know how to look. He locks eyes with you.
Oh, okay. So now that we're all kind of just out in the open about it,
That's
I
not,
just-
please, plausible deniability.
okay, very well. But if you do hear of anything, like a magical device that helps with not wanting certain things and maybe preferring a cheeseburger instead, just maybe let us know. Thanks. And I kind of disappear into the group.
Could you maybe recommend a specialist in removing such a curse?
I can leave a note. And they may reach out if that's what you want, but if you invite that into your life, you're on your own.
It's up to Charlotte if she wants it.
No, I feel like I was chosen by something very powerful, something good, and I think it chose me because of what I am, and I haven't fulfilled whatever that is yet. So,
He roots around and he grabs a small ring. There are various places around the city where there are anti-magic fields that could make things a bit harder on you. In addition, there are certain places where creatures are identified for what they are. This won't protect you from that, but from places that would simply reveal you or show or hurt your magic. This will light up when you're within 50 feet of an anti-magic field.
oh, gotcha. So it doesn't defeat the anti-magic, but it at least warns when it's close.
Some are obvious, others are hidden on purpose.
I understand.
We keep them sometimes for the guards to take care of the more powered individuals. If they can put them into a certain street where their magic doesn't work, they can take care of the problem.
How much would you like for the ring, sir?
I'm sorry I can't help you. That's my gift to you.
Well, thank you.
And like I said, I'm too scared that anything I would make that would help you further could be found by of your kind, that it's like opening up a box, you don't know where it goes down. But that is how I can help you.
It's very helpful.
And to let you know, should you go to the Tartari Council building, that's at least a place I know for certain. Entering in allows the guards there to know precisely what heritage you are from. So I would not traverse there unless you do so, well, without going through the front door.
I understand.
So it's saying we're not given the heroes we want, we're given the heroes we need. But for all that you do and have done and what you've brought, to all of you, and to you, Charlotte, I do say thank you. Now, was there anything else?
I'm just curious, between Lithra and you, Lithra having seen the way the inevitable end fights, would anti-magic prevent them from traveling through walls?
Oaks' long beard. It's hard to say. It's hard to say indeed. It's not. What powers they use are so far beyond. I can't. It's impossible to know that. No, there is a material the dwarves of Craighama make called Hezagaka. It is impervious to creatures traveling through it.
What did you say that? Could you say that name again?
Hezagaka.
Gaku.
And other things spells cast upon it have a tendency to rebound and fry the caster. It's quite powerful.
Imagine quite expensive too.
Yes, I don't deal much in it.
All right. I spoke with your clerks yesterday, but perhaps a direct request. You might be able to point me in the right direction. I have an animal companion that's quite large. It'd be nice to be able to
Oh, yes.
keep them with me.
I saw that order. I might be able to put something together. I have some notes on such a device. That would run you 50,000 gold.
Well, it's a bit out of my price range for the moment, but
I prototype it. There's a few failed ones I'd have to get through testing. It's just what the cost would be.
I understand. I'll have to wait on that, but I'll certainly keep it in mind.
I have a question.
Yes.
So Nana made me this, and I sort of strut around and do a turn and show off my onesie. Do you have someone that works for you that can make this magical and actual armor?
You want it as effective as certain types of armor? I mean,
I don't have a problem with any kind of armor. So I was just thinking, like, as powerful as I can make this.
okay. So what you could offer is to put a +3 enchantment on the hoodie. So it'd be your Dex +3 for armor class.
Yes. How much is that?
Okay. Look at that enchantment here. Hmm. Well, yeah, plus to the very best, that would be 250,000 gold. To kind of get middle of the road, which is going to be +2, that would be 50,000 gold.
Hmm.
And they can do a +1 for 5,000.
Well, for now, I can do the 5,000 one. But once we save the world, maybe then I'll have enough.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Do you particularly could I buy a bag of holding?
Yes, that can be done outside very easily.
Oh, we're not out. Yeah, that's right. We're in the office. Sorry. I'll wait then. It's fine. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not irritated. Just Gilmo would be like, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. No. I if we're not outside of the
He
office,
goes,
then
no, I
wouldn't
don't mean
have
to
asked.
offend. I'm so sorry. My time. Is there anything I can do particularly?
Well, actually, maybe you might be able to answer. I have these darts. Is there a way to somehow enchant them so when I throw them, they come back?
Returning enchantment?
Yeah.
Yes. Again, I can actually help you outside with that. It's not too hard. Goes for every dart, we could probably do that for 5,000 gold, I think.
Sorry, is that 5,000 each dart or for all 10?
Oh, each dart. Why would you need 10? At most, you'd need like 2, 3, right?
Oh, I guess that would make sense. Yeah, we could do 2. That's fine. Yeah, okay. We can do that. How long would it take?
Let's see here. About 3-4 days.
Cool. Luna look over to everybody. How long are we gonna stay here, guys?
Oh, we got a while. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, here. I guess I'll do it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and okay, with that stuff, you're able to get contracts out there. He doesn't want stuff too much linked to him, mostly.
Gotcha. No, and that's fair.
Not so
I
much
just-
linked, just sort of not on his docket of things to do, stuff like that.
Right. I thought so. I thought we had left when we started asking him about like enchantment and stuff like that. I thought we were no longer in that office. So
Cool.
Humor, I do have a question. Have you ever heard of the Whispered Sister?
Whispered Sister. Thinks, looks for a few books. Can't say I have. Interesting. I mean, there are many entities that are around. Not surprised. We learn about new things all the time.
Is somehow supposed to be linked to the enemy of the Raven Queen and of the.
Interesting.
In fact, his sister.
Let's get wide for a moment. That would be troublesome. I do know there are still those who are loyal to that enemy. A remnant of them are around. They would. Anything with a strong connection could be used for, so we say, nefarious means. So I can't
Right.
help you. I don't know what's. I mean, I don't know. I would hope anything that would keep them not being interacting with this world, or if you know of a place, that would be something I would take to the council. We'd try to hire people to stamp out this being or imprison it, or
Right. If I learn anything more of it, I will let you know.
of course.
Perhaps we could spend some time at the library here. See if they might know more.
It's possible. Again, most of my knowledge, to be honest, has to do with making money. Something's not profitable, I don't spend much time on it. I'm not much into the old legends and lore than I need to be to understand things, or to be of use in more common threats.
It's also said that you have an eye for talent.
I like to think so.
I know at least some of that has paid off for you.
Uh,
At least one group that you took a chance on.
oh, yes. That did work out rather well in all accounts, but these days we do our scholarships for younger parties, but you all are very established.
Oh yeah, no. I just wanted to acknowledge that you also have an eye for more than business.
No, well, that's well.
Well,
Things
although
go
that could be
into
tied to your
this.
business.
Yes. Speaking of which, I did see that young girl you have with you. She has quite the aura about her. Don't think I've actually seen that combination before.
And what combination would that be?
Well, kind of looks all of you. If you don't know, I'm not sure I should say. Are you her guardian?
Technically, yes.
Oh, in that case.
There's a contract and everything, I
Oh,
think.
perfect. She burns bright like a fairy. And yet, in her center, it goes into depths unfathomable. You look at that and there's almost a bit of malevolent madness. Like something locked away, trying to get out.
Yeah, that tracks.
Those two things I have not seen in tandem. I have seen, but again, not one. I've learned that does not make one's destiny. Ones with things that sound a bit more terrifying have done great good and continue to do so. And others with the light of the deities people bend their knee to have committed massacres. So I do not judge one's future deeds by what aura they carry with them.
She has had an unfortunate childhood.
Except for the part where she gets to hang out with us all the time. That part's pretty cool.
Yes. And she does draw her power from two very different places, that is for sure.
Have you ever heard of a godlike being, snake-like, underwater? I don't remember. Did we hear the name of Ukatoa? Did that
Not
come
sure, but
up?
if you give enough here, he would be able to tell you.
Okay.
Ukutoa. Is she connected to that being?
Yeah, apparently it's her father is a cult member of that particular being and tried to volunteer her to be used as some sort of gate to bring it into this world.
Yeah, but we cut that off, so it's fine.
For her and for now.
Kind of sighs. If you're interested, there are people I could put her in contact with that would be willing to take her in, most likely.
What kind of people?
Magical teachers, scholars, loving people. At times, anyway.
Look at Lithra.
It's another continent called Marquette. Not here. Here, she might do very well, but I don't know of those who would keep her. The places that might be used here are not places I would send my child. Let's say this: if I had a child, I would not put them into this mess. I'd send them to my sources in Marquette. That's all I will say, as some of the people in charge of things here are my dear friends. It costs money, as things do, but again, we're working together now. So, I would be willing to do the favor of contact for free, but everything else that goes with it would cost a sum.
Well, if nothing else, it's good to have options. Thank you.
Of course. All right. So I say anything else because I just want to start outside of the magic shop next session. So good.
Nothing else for me.
Just to clarify, since the bag of holding was an infusion of Ira, it does state that after they die,
Yeah, it'll lose its ability.
right? So it no longer will be a bag of holding, right?
Right.
Okay, so yeah, I would still like to buy that bag of holding because
Get your bag of holding. Get it right now.
It's got a
Just
big
gonna-
corpse in it. Or a head.
We're just
Don't
gonna
we,
be.
don't we have
walking-
that like extra freebie one?
Just want to see if there's still the deal. Okay, I want another
Fine.
magical.
Roll your D100s. Get this going, then I'll take us off the stream.
34.
34.
I rolled as Ira, by the way. That's oops.
Okay. Out pops a liar.
Ooh, nice. Awesome. Okay.
This is an instrument of illusions.
Nice. I like it.
Not actually a liar.
A liar that makes illusions. That tracks.
The liar's liar. That's what it should be called. All right, with that, thank you for watching. We are going to end for tonight. Come back next week for the plans as our group continues to see what's up and decide what their course of action will be. See y'all next week.
Good night.